What's going on, guys? I'm Squid and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest, my boy Winton.
How you guys doing? Everything okay?
Well, we'll go briefly into how we met. I used to work at Einstein's Bagels and he was my manager.
We're like a supervisor, but
Yeah.
I let him do whatever, I didn't really care.
We met and we just talked about Dragon Ball all the time. First of all, Dragon Ball came out in like the 80s.
I was born in the 80s.
It was drawn and written by Akira Toriyama, and he did Dragon Ball, and I don't know if at the time he expected he was going to do Dragon Ball Z.
Well, he had a lot of projects that he was working on, and then he started Dragon Ball, with Dragon Ball, the first series.
And it just...
And then, but he didn't commercialize it in America. He hadn't commercialized it.
Yeah, it just blew up overseas. Just became a huge thing.
From that point on, he made Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z, and it was just a huge, it was an unstoppable force overseas. Everyone loved Dragon Ball Z, and it just happened, kind of just overnight from Toonami, Dragon Ball Z hit the airs. And
I remember watching Toonami.
Yeah, and it just, ever since then, there's fans. It became the biggest anime ever in America and worldwide.
Yeah,
everyone knows Dragon Ball Z.
It definitely was a huge success, to say the least.
For something like Dragon Ball Z to come here and just completely take off the way it did was crazy. They recently, they redid Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Kai.
Dragon Ball Kai.
We already got to see Naruto Jr. in the first movie.
Yeah.
Dead Zone, we get to see Drunk Gohan.
Drunk Gohan. Yeah, is that what Japanese people think of us?
Drunk children.
Just drunk children.
I don't know. Dragon Ball Kai, when it was released, there was a resurgence of the fandom,
but
after dying down after Z had ended in the mid 2000s.
But if you look at it, the way they planned it is they released Dragon Ball Kai. They reran the whole series.
Yeah, and it kind of looked like it just led up into Dragon Ball Super.
And then to lead up to Dragon Ball Super, because they released it right after.
Yeah.
So whoever was watching Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Kai, they were like, okay, now the next.
Yeah, into the next series.
Into the next series, Super.
Which
so they made it.
Yeah, which was crazy. Which I never thought we would get another Dragon Ball Super. I never thought we'd get another Dragon Ball series, because
I think it was
Akira Toriyama, he didn't want to work on Dragon Ball anymore. He had his other projects
he had Dragon Quest.
He had Dragon Quest and a bunch of things he was doing, Art Core. And we didn't, as fans, think he was ever coming back. Was it 2011? We got the announcement.
No, we heard about it
for Dragon Ball.
Was it
Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods? I think it was 2011. Yeah, we literally, he was taking me back to my car in the parking garage. We watched a teaser, and I never thought we were getting a new movie.
But you hadn't seen it.
And I hadn't seen it, It was
crazy. Yeah, I was taking him to his car because his car was far.
And
he had parked across. And then I asked him, have you seen the new teaser? He's like, nah, man, I haven't seen anything. We just stayed in the car for an hour just talking.
The movie was such a wide success and the fans just flooded in. It really, gave them and showed Akira Toriyama and Toei Animation, that the world wanted more Dragon Ball.
I think the fans brought it back.
Yeah, for real. I'd give it up to the fans for sure. Because then right after that, a year later, we got the announcement for Resurrection F. And Dragon Ball Super came right afterwards.
Well, the movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, after Battle of Gods came out.
Yeah, and
everyone already thought
they were ready.
We're getting a series. Yeah, definitely.
And we got Resurrection F, and then Dragon Ball Super came out, and it was nuts.
I remember watching the first episode how many times? Probably 8 times. Because you couldn't believe it. It's Farmer Goku just farming around with Goten.
And he finally gets the money from Hercule. For saving the world.
Yeah.
And he gets to go and train with King Kai again.
He's lucky to be rich.
Right? And it was crazy because that was when the series, Dragon Ball Super, the anime refixed the movie. Well, they didn't refix it, but they fit the movies, Resurrection F and Battle of the Gods, into the series to lead up to the following arc. These were the first time 2 movies were actually legit canon.
And they made it canon because
of the series.
It's what led to the events of the movie.
Actually, there was 2 movies for Dragon Ball Z that were canon. History of Trunks, which we get to see Trunks and Bardock, the father of Goku. Those 2 movies were actually canon. But
Bardock was good.
Talking about the movies, the Dragon Ball Z movies, most of them were in canon. We had BoJack, the BoJack movie.
We have BoJack. We have Danger Zone. We have
Lord Slug,
the stronger,
World's Strongest.
Well, History's Strongest is canon.
Yeah.
Then we had all the other movies that we can't just name those.
Was the Fusion Reborn, and like the Broly movies, the 3 Broly movies, which is actually
Super Saiyan, The Second Coming, and then Bio Broly.
It's terrible. That movie's terrible. It's just a terrible movie. Should never have happened. Leading up to our topic for today, besides Dragon Ball Z, is the brand new Broly movie.
Definitely.
Which is...
I'm excited.
Yeah, Broly canon for the first time, and how Akira Toriyama plans to fit him into the Dragon Ball Super series.
And you have to point out, it was thanks to the fans.
Thanks to the fans, yeah, for real. The Super series in general is supposed to have taken place in the last 10 years that leads up to the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, that 10-year time skip.
Right, which is when Oob resurrects. I mean, he's a 10-year-old boy.
The resurrection of Kid Buu. As a human, which is absurd. When Dragon Ball Super ended, we didn't even get to the end of Dragon Ball Z.
No, so it's probably like half.
Yeah, like probably maybe halfway there, because when they went to the Tournament of Power, he was like what? He just became 1 year old, or he was just born?
No, he was probably. I mean, I'm not sure, but he was probably a year or two old already.
Yeah, so
they're getting there eventually.
We're definitely gonna get another half of Dragon Ball Super, but like. How do you think Broly's gonna stack up to the big bad heroes or big bad villains we've had in Dragon Ball Super so far?
Well, that's the thing. Like, we still have to see the movie, because it depends on how he plans to adapt it to the series as a whole. Like, is he gonna be the legendary Super Saiyan that he's ever been, or is this gonna be a new character written, to make Broly canon? But at the same time,
do away with the other movies.
Exactly, and then not compare with the first 3 movies, but basically, here's your new character. His name is Broly, which is based on the movies, but we're gonna rewrite him, and it's gonna be another story. So is he gonna be the legendary Super Saiyan? Because he doesn't say legendary Super Saiyan.
He said he was gonna be. He was known as the legendary Super Saiyan in his statement, and he said that he was like a very strong and powerful Saiyan.
Right.
I think he's gonna make him, the legendary form like Kale.
Okay.
How Vegeta said that might be Saiyan in its purest form.
Right. Okay.
Which is hopefully he should, because I mean, if he didn't, and we had like a weak, skinny Broly, I probably wouldn't enjoy the movie that much.
I read over on the internet, and they said that the movie is gonna have travel, time travel.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a prequel, current, and
like it's gonna take place over multiple timelines.
Exactly.
Because we're gonna see the history of the Saiyans.
Right.
Because there was a Saiyan Civil War, and that's how we're supposed to find out about Yamoshi, who's also supposed to be in this movie, and how Frieza, takes part in the whole Saiyan situation.
He's gonna help. He's not.
Do you think he's gonna help fight Broly?
He's a villain.
He's the anti-hero now.
He's a villain. He's an anti-hero now. But I'm glad, that he got adapted to, I guess, not the team, but he's still a bad guy. He's still gonna kill people. But
what if he's not a bad guy anymore?
Well, he's an anti-hero.
How unhappy would I be if Frieza beat Broly? I would probably.
No, they're not gonna make Frieza beat Broly. Definitely not. Frieza's not gonna beat Broly.
So this is my fear for the movie. Because we had. The big fights for Super, was Goku versus Beerus. That was the first one. And we had Goku versus Golden Frieza. And then Goku versus Hit.
Okay.
And Hit was the first time we saw a brand new character that was just absurdly powerful, controls time, can skip through time, and Goku couldn't really stack up against him, and he had a whole new technique, the Kaioken times 20
to bring
plus
back
Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah.
But then we got to see Goku versus, someone who's basically, he wasn't God, Zamasu, who had wished to be immortal, and then went to another timeline, and that Zamasu wished for Goku's body, and then he was Goku Black. And he got Super Saiyan Rose.
It was confusing at first, because I had to watch the episodes a few more times. I was like, so he went back in time to grab?
It was weird. Like two different Zamasus, and one became Goku Black, and he fought Goku and got destroyed the first time. And then once Goku went back in time and fought him, he had a whole new form with Super Saiyan Rose, or in America, Super Saiyan Rose.
Right. I like that one.
Yeah, sounds like Red
Goku with Rick Ross, that's funny.
So Goku Blackout here, you know, was putting his hands on all over Goku, all over Vegeta.
Well, when they fought,
the first time they were fighting.
Oh
back
no,
in the time.
they got. No, but remember, no, Goku came to the present time first.
Yeah. I'm talking about when they went back. They went to Trunks' time.
Okay.
They just kept getting their ass kicked, and they had to go back, and then kept coming back. That part kind of
made. Yeah, it was like, what's the point of traveling so many times?
Just keep going back and forth.
Just go maybe twice, and then take some sensories with you.
But we did get something really cool out of that whole like little arc with Vegito Blue, which was cool. But I really wish it lasted longer because like we got him for a good 5 minutes. Yeah,
10 minutes, like 10 minutes.
5 minutes. He was in there just kicking the crap out of Zamasu, who was basically God at that point. You know, was able to wipe all of existence.
What was it that they did? The super Kamehameha?
Yeah, it was like some final. It was like Final Flash.
Oh, Final Flash Kamehameha.
Yeah, it was crazy. Then directly after that, we got the strongest. He's not really a villain, but they kind of painted him as a villain towards the end of the fight. We get the biggest baddie in Dragon Ball history with Jiren, and Jiren was just completely broken. His strength exceeded beyond time itself. After being trapped in time, he was able to break it. No one was able to beat him. Goku and Ultra Instinct signed like 3 times. Jiren still was just destroying him. Nobody could stop him. And then Goku and Ultra Instinct like mastered craziness. Started fighting him, and he's still getting his butt kicked. And then Jiren was like, "Yo, you want to see why I trust nobody and I have no friends? Because they get erased like this." And he goes to blast Goku's friends. And then, you know, the first time, you know, Dragon Ball Z used, let Goku have, you know, the power of friendship trope of other shonens, and he just beat the crap out of Jiren for 5 minutes.
Well, Jiren was crazy. One of those characters that
just,
you know,
they're
strong for no reason, and literally, like, he's just buff.
He got buffer. He got so buff, his stretchy clothes ripped off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was nuts. I don't know, like, honestly. But now we know that Goku has the potential to go Ultra Instinct, right? Which is
he has the potential, but I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, I don't think. Hopefully,
you know what I do want to see.
Movie.
You know what I do want to see?
What?
If they make it Super Saiyan 4 canon.
Well, we did get, you know, the nice, cool spin-off, you know, the fan series, Dragon Ball Superheroes. Yeah, which has Xeno Goku, which is different dimension Goku, who has Super Saiyan 4 and the Power Pole. So, like, can you imagine?
Yeah, but that's like not.
Yeah, it's not canon, but it's cool.
It's cool to talk about. Going back to Broly.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen with the movie then?
So we had the 3 movies, you know, Legendary Super Saiyan, and then, you know, Second Coming and Bio Broly. In my personal opinion, I think Broly, out of all the Saiyans, has the coolest design. Hands down, the coolest looking Saiyan.
But why is he so huge though? Like, what's the point of making? I remember playing the Budokai 3, PlayStation 2, and if you played Broly against Kid Gohan, you couldn't even hit Kid Gohan because his punches were like in the air.
But like the thing is, like, Broly was like, he was crazy. He had the legendary Super Saiyan form, he was super buff, but it didn't slow him down like, you know, Ascended Super Saiyan with Trunks and like Vegeta. He was just this hulking, super strong mass, and like...
I think he's family with...
he was crazy.
Yeah, because all he says is one word.
Because Kakarot. Yeah. If he doesn't stand up to Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, and Kale did, like, is Broly not stronger than Kale?
The thing about Dragon Ball Z, the thing about Akira Toriyama, it's when they present the villain or the next antagonist.
Yeah, they always make him super ridiculous.
They have to, because otherwise...
Then he would pale in comparison to our other villains, you know? Exactly. It wouldn't even be a thing.
But what if Broly went up, you know, go up against Jiren? I
don't even know if it would be interesting, and I want to say that, you know, Broly, you know, he's my favorite villain. I want to say he would have this really crazy epic fight with Jiren.
I think Jiren.
But like Jiren just like one-shotted Kale, who was like the same person.
Oh my god.
That we've all known.
Jiren
one-shotted her. Like he was like, oh, it's over. Crosses. Blew up.
They should make a Jiren movie. Do you think? Like an Origins. Jiren movie?
I would love to see a legit origin.
Like when he was a kid. I mean,
yeah,
you have to show here.
Kid Jiren. But he had in the anime, he had such a Sasuke background. Like he was just like, I come back home from playing out in the meadow. Yeah, from Naruto. You know?
I know.
He came home and everyone was dead. And he had to train to get strong. And then he joined a group of like other superheroes and then they died. And he survived. So he trained to become even stronger. And now he trusts nobody because they just died.
Literally.
That's literally his backstory. But you know what?
Like, one episode worth of backstory?
Yeah, but like it wasn't even one episode. It was like 2 minutes in an episode where he was fighting and beating the crap out of Goku, and then Goku powered up, so he powered up.
But he wants to make it a life goal to kill, the villain.
Yeah, he just wants to be like the best hero he could be. Which is crazy because it seems conflicting with his personality because he doesn't trust nobody to survive.
Well,
so like,
nah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's definitely like got some potential to be a very good character if they develop him some more. But his backstory is still better than Broly's. That's another problem with Broly as a character. His backstory is just terrible. Just terrible. He was born the same day as Goku, and the reason why he wants to kill Goku is because he wouldn't stop crying.
What were you gonna say?
That's a dumb.
Yeah.
And then they made him overpowerful. Like when it first came out, Super Legendary Super Saiyan. Everybody thought that it was the character that Vegeta had mentioned back in the first arc of Dragon Ball Z.
The Frieza
about
the Legendary Super Saiyan. But he was way more crazy than that.
But he looked nothing. If you look at,
he looked like the one in that depiction looked like Goku.
Yeah, it looked more like a Vegeta.
Yeah, more like a Vegeta.
And then like a furry.
Super Saiyan,
And it was like, and then when they released Broly,
he was just a hulking. He was basically the Hulk.
But what I was saying, this new movie coming out in December in Japan.
So what are your predictions for the movie?
I think the movie's gonna have time travel, and it's gonna have prequel, current, and what's gonna happen after. I think that Broly is going to be incorporated into the series as a whole, and it's probably going to be, because remember, there are 12 universes.
Yes, definitely.
And,
do you think it's going to come from another universe?
Could be. Could be a possibility of coming from another country.
Some people have
but it could be from
Universe 6?
Universe 6, which is where the planet of the Saiyans.
Yeah, Salad, Planet Salad.
Yeah. So when if he, I guess, comes over our universe, Universe 7, then that would be like, what about this guy? Like, who is this guy? And all of a sudden,
It'd be. I kind of would be upset though if he came from Universe 6, because why is he super buff and then all the other Universe 6 Saiyans super scrawny?
Well, remember,
except for Kale. Kale was just.
Yeah, Kale is because she's still a kid.
Well, she's a woman.
No, well,
Kale. Kaba's a kid. Kaba's a kid. Yeah, he looks.
Kale's
like a teenage woman who becomes like hyper buff.
Nah.
And then we got Khalifa.
I think it was a lot. Khalifa
was badass.
Khalifa was one of those.
Because she was Goku's counterpart. And then Cobb was Vegeta's counterpart.
Exactly.
And then Kale was Broly's counterpart, and we didn't get Broly. So that's why I feel like Broly has to be from Universe 7.
And then they fused with the...
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Imagine if Broly and Goku fused. If Broly became a good guy.
It's freaking over.
But
then maybe, but nah. But I say this new movie, is gonna incorporate Broly into a whole series.
Yeah.
But then that's the thing. We gotta see how how the movie's gonna.
Yeah, definitely. How I feel, I agree with a YouTuber. I can't recall his name, but he had a very, very solid backing in how he felt the story was gonna play out.
Right.
Because in Universe 7, their planet Salad was ravaged by civil war between the Saiyans, right? And that's where Yamoshi for the movie would perfectly be placed. And what if Broly is from that timeline? Because remember when in the statement Akira Toriyama said he watched all 3 movies and he wanted to recreate them and put them, to make them fit in the Super. I hope he doesn't do anything with Bio Broly. I hope he just throws that out. 'cause that movie
No,
sucked.
he won't. He won't.
Yeah, it would just get 1 and 2. So the reason why I say that is because the ice planet is not Earth. That's a whole planet covered in ice.
So it could be Universe 6.
Yeah, well, the reason why I think it's Universe 7 is what if Broly was a kid and his father took him away to escape the Civil War? And he crash lands on the ice planet and he gets frozen in time. So I feel like it's possible that they could have, they go to this planet because Broly has thawed out and he started going crazy and destroying stuff. So Goku is like...
But why do they have to make him crazy? Just
because he's been frozen for like 1,000 years. Wouldn't you be crazy if you were frozen for 1,000 years and your dad's dead?
But you wouldn't tell because you're asleep.
That's true. You're not wrong.
So when you wake up,
It could be that when he wakes up, he thinks that the war is still happening. So when he sees Goku and Vegeta,
then he's like, okay,
he has to fight them because they're.
But it could be.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. And good.
Akira Toriyama, you're listening.
You got to do this, man.
Yeah. No, but it could go many different ways.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm really, really excited.
How do you think they're gonna beat him?
Well, I think they're gonna beat Broly with something fans have also wanted with Gogeta. Broly's gonna be too much for Vegeta and Goku, so they're gonna fuse.
So they're gonna make 2 characters canon.
Two canon in one movie. You know why? Because they remastered Fusion Reborn this year. We're gonna get that, so might as well just put Gogeta in the movie and have Gogeta go in there and pound the shit out of Broly. It'd be crazy.
Just throw him in as a bonus.
Yeah, we got Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 Ascended Gogeta. Versus Broly.
Oh, no,
and that's
just
it.
versus Broly. Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be it.
But you gotta remember, all of this is happening in the 10-year span.
Yeah.
From Dragon Ball Z, before Boo gets resurrected.
Yeah. Well, Oob can, stay a child forever as long as we get all the fan service.
Exactly.
Well, guys, we're gonna wrap this up because we've gone on for like 20 plus minutes about what we want for the Dragon Ball movie and what we think of the Dragon Ball series as a whole.
I'm excited for December.
I'm super excited for both months. My birthday month, we're gonna get it in America, and then obviously I'm gonna watch it online.
We're definitely
as soon as it comes out, I'm gonna fucking watch it. I'm super excited.
Have you ever watched something in Japanese?
Of course, I watched it without the subtitles.
It's like, it's like whatever. I'm just gonna watch the whole thing.
I'm Squid, and this is Winton, and we're gonna sign off for now. See you later.
Peace.